Hello everybody, welcome to A to Z Learning Hub. Today we start physics. Physics is an important branch of science. What do you mean by science? The word science is derived from Greek word scientia. This word is derived from the Greek word scientia. What do you mean by scientia? Scientia means knowledge. So, science is the study of knowledge for truth. Again, you see, this science has different branches, but we consider that science has mainly two branches. It has two branches. First one is physical science, or we can say non-living science. And second one is main branches, biological science or living science. There are two branches, one is physical science or non-living science, and the second one is biological science or living science. What do you mean by physical science? Physical science is the study of non-living matters. It is the study of non-living matters. Again, you see, this physical science has several branches like physics, chemistry, engineering, meteorology, etc. Biological science is the study of plants, animals, including human. It has also several branches like botany, which is the study of a plant. Second one is zoology, study of animals. Third one is anthropology, study of mankind, etc. or human beings. So, these are two important branches. One is a physical science, another is a biological science. It is the study of a non-living matter and it is the study of a living matter. Now, we read this physical science. Physical science means study of non-living science. In physical science, we first study physics. What is physics? The word physics is derived from Greek word physis. F-U-S-I-S. Physis. What is physis? Physis means nature. So, physics is a branch of a non-living science which deals with the study of nature and natural phenomena. So, physics is a branch of non-living science which deals with the study of nature and natural phenomena. I am giving you some example. Suppose you see, when we throw a stone upward, it comes towards ground. Second one is, thunder comes after lightning. Third one is, when we hit a metallic rod in one side, heat comes to other side. A magnet attracts iron. Like this. These are the physical phenomena. So, physics is a branch of a non-living science which deals with the study of nature and a natural phenomena. You see, among this living science and a non-living science, your physics is the one of the most important branch, and it is the very interesting subject in science. Therefore, physics is called king of science. And you remember, Italian physicist and astronomer Galileo Galilei, Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei. He is known as the father of physics. Physics is known as king of science, and Galileo Galilei, an Italian astronomer or physicist, is known as the father of physics. You see, this physics, it is very important. Branches of physics. You see, there are several branches of physics. First one is your mechanics, which deals with the study of motion and rest of the body. It is the study of motion and rest of body. You see, physics is known as a king of science, and among all the branches of physics, mechanics is known as king of physics. So mechanics, what is mechanics? Mechanics is the study of motion and rest of the body. It has two branches. One is your classical mechanics, which is your old mechanics, and second one is your quantum mechanics, which is the modern mechanics. In classical mechanics, we will read what? Your force, velocity, acceleration, Newton's laws of motion, work, power, energy, like this. And in quantum mechanics, we read different types of Schrodinger wave equation, de Broglie equation, like all this. You will read in this quantum mechanics. Second branch is your heat and thermodynamics. What is heat and thermodynamics? It is the study of heat energy and its behavior, as well as thermodynamics. Thermo means heat, dynamics means movement. So heat and thermodynamics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of heat energy, its motion, its properties, and also temperature, like this. This is the heat and thermodynamics. Third one is your optics. What is optics? It is the study of light energy and its behavior. Here heat and thermodynamics, it is the study of heat energy, motion of heat, and temperature, like this. So optics is the study of light energy and its behavior. Here we will read mirror, lens, microscope, prism, like this. And the fourth one is wave and sound, another branch. It is the study of wave motion of the object and study of sound energy and its behavior. Study of wave motion and sound energy. And fifth one is your astronomy. What? Astronomy. It is also included in physics. It is the study of all heavenly bodies like star, planets, satellites, all this. These are astronomy. And your sixth branch is your electricity and magnetism. Electricity and magnetism. In this branch, we read the electric and magnetic behavior of substances. This is the electricity and magnetism. And your seventh one is electronics. Electronics. What is electronics? It is the study of electron emission from a metal. It is the study of electron emission and different electronic devices like vacuum tube, semiconductors, and your different electron devices like your radar, sonar, all this. This is the electronics. And Eighth one is your nuclear physics. Nuclear physics, it is the study of physical phenomena occurring inside the nucleus of an atom. It is the study of different physical phenomena occurring inside the nucleus of an atom, like your emission of alpha ray, beta ray, gamma ray, your hydrogen bomb, atom bomb, nuclear fission, nuclear fusion, like all this, your nuclear physics. And rest, I am telling you, last one is your modern physics. Modern physics, what is modern physics? It is the study of modern invention and discoveries of physics, like your X-rays, atomic structure, etc. These are the branches of physics, and besides those, there are several branches also for physics also. I tell you some importance. There is your mechanics. Next is your heat and thermodynamics. Third one is optics, wave and sound, astronomy, electricity and magnetism, electronics, nuclear physics, modern physics, like this. Now, we see, when you read any subject, suppose you read mathematics. In mathematics, first you read what are the mathematical quantities, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. In geometry, when you read geometry, we read geometrical quantities like point, straight line, plane, like this. Similarly, in physics, when you read physics, first you see what are the physical quantities. I have already told you there are 9 branches of physics. Today, I am going to teach you such a chapter in 11th class physics, which is included in all these 9 branches. Without this chapter, we cannot go to different branches. So, and that first chapter is units and dimensions. Units and dimensions. This is the very fundamental chapters of physics, and this chapter is the chapter 1. This chapter is related to each and every branch of physics, and after that I am telling you what are physical quantities. Chapter 1 is units and dimensions, and first we see, since we are reading physics, first I am telling you what are physical quantities. The quantities which are used to describe physical phenomena are called physical quantities. You remember, suppose you see this is a duster. How can you describe it? I am telling you, you describe like this. This is the length of this duster is this. This is the breadth is this. Its height is this, and its area of a cross section is this. Its mass of this. Your density is like this. Your volume is this. All these. So your mass, length, your volume, density, all these are physical quantities. So what are physical quantities? The quantities which are used to describe physical phenomena are called physical quantities. You remember, physical quantities. Example is your mass, length, time, area, volume, temperature, force, pressure, like all this. These are the physical quantities. Again you see, these physical quantities are two types. These are the physical quantities. Again, physical quantities are two types. Fundamental physical quantities and second one is your derived physical quantities. What are fundamental physical quantities? Suppose anybody will ask you, tell me what is hydrogen. You see, hydrogen means hydrogen. It has no definition. Similarly, what is oxygen? It is also, oxygen is an element, it has also no definition. Oxygen is oxygen. Iron means iron. Similarly, in physics, there are some physical quantities which have no definition. These are undefined. These are present from beginning of starting of physics. So, these are called fundamental physical quantities. If you say it is a definition, these definitions are not true. These are only operational definition. You see, in geometry, point has no definition. Straight line has no definition. Plane has no definition. But you see what is point? You say the geometrical object which has only existence and no dimension, this is called point. Like this is the operational definition. So in physics, the physical quantities, in fundamental physical quantities, these are the physical quantities which are undefined. They have only operational definition. Operational definition, that means the definitions are not true. The fundamental physical quantities are, those are mass, length, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity and amount of a substance. You see, these are 7. These are mass. Mass as, what is mass? This is amount of substance. This is the mass. Length, your time. What is time? You have read about more about many things about time, but you tell me what is the definition of a time. No one can say what is the definition of time. Next come to your temperature. What is your current? What is your luminous intensity? Suppose a ball is glowing. A 60 power ball is glowing. A 100 power ball is glowing. We say this, you say the 100 power ball has more intensity, luminous intensity than 60 power. What is its definition? Definition is nothing, but you feel it, it is glowing more better. 100 power ball is glowing more better than 60 power ball. Like this, luminous intensity. Next come to your amount of a substance. Amount of substance, this one amount of substance. All these have known definitions. Besides those, these are 7 fundamental physical quantities. Besides those, according to modern SI system, there are 2 other fundamental physical quantities. Those are angle, supplementary physical quantities, angle and a solid angle. I will tell you later about this. Angle and a solid angle. So initially there are 7 fundamental physical quantities, and after there are 2 supplementary fundamental physical quantities. So total fundamental physical quantities are 9 in physics, and these have no definition. They have no definition. If we say they have a definition, they have only operational definition, but they are not their actual definition. Okay, you see, these are the fundamental physical quantities. You see, next come to your derived physical quantities. I will say, what is water? You say when 2 atoms of hydrogen combine with 1 atom of oxygen, we get water. It has a definition. In a similar manner, those physical quantities which are obtained from fundamental physical quantities by suitable operations like multiplication and division only, but not addition and subtraction. How you see? Suppose you say length plus length. What is the result? This is your length. Similarly, mass plus length. What will you get? You will get that mass plus length. You don't get any new physical quantity. But when there is the addition and subtraction of a fundamental physical quantities, we don't get new physical quantities. But you see, when we multiply or divide, suppose you see length into breadth. That means we can say length, breadth is also length. Length into length, that is your area. Length into breadth, that is your area. This is a new fundamental, this is a new physical quantity and it is a derived physical quantity. Suppose you see speed. Speed is equal to what? Distance by time. That means distance is a what? Distance is a length by time. When we divide, we get new physical quantity. So the definitions say these are the physical quantities which are obtained from fundamental physical quantities by suitable operation like multiplication and division. When we multiply or divide these fundamental physical quantities, we get new physical quantities. These are called what? Derived physical quantities. So these are fundamental physical quantities and these are derived physical quantities. Now you see, our chapter is units and dimension. What do you mean by unit and what do you mean by dimension? First, I will tell you about dimensions. After that, I will go to unit. What is the dimension? What is dimensions of a physical quantity? What is the dimensions of physical quantity? You see, the name of the chapter is units and a dimension. First, I will teach you about the dimension. After that, I will go to unit. The dimensions of a physical quantity means the power or powers of the fundamental physical quantities present in that quantity. Today, I explain this definition. You see, suppose you say speed. Speed is what? You say distance by time. Distance means you can say what is your length, that is your length by time. This is a fundamental physical quantity and this is also fundamental. You write, when you write dimension, we write length as a capital L and a time as a capital D. You remember? So you can write the power of L is 1 and the power of a time is -1. That is equal to L1 t to the power -1, or we can write in extensive form. Suppose you start mass, length and time in this system, we can write m0, that means mass is absent, L1 and t to the power -1. You write like this, all are capital letter, give their power and you give this square bracket only. This is the speed is equal to m0 L1 t to the power -1. So you can write, so dimensions of speed are what? 0, you give this bracket, parenthesis 0, here you don't give comma, 0, 1, -1, here you give comma, in mass, length and time respectively. We can write like this. So the dimensions of a speed are 0, 1, minus 1. You write their powers and you give this parentheses, separate them by comma. This is the dimension. So the dimensions of a physical quantity means the powers only, the power or powers of the fundamental physical quantities present in that quantity. So the dimensions of a speed are 0, 1, minus 1 in mass, length and time respectively. Or we can write the dimensions of speed are 1 minus 1, you don't use 0, in length and time respectively. This is the dimensions. So the dimensions of physical quantity means power or powers. Here there are three powers. In some cases there is only one power. Power or powers of the fundamental physical quantities present in that quantities. So you write speed and you find like this. Capital letter you use. In the next class I will tell you which symbols are used for which fundamental physical quantity. Here you don't use comma and you give the square bracket here. For this case you write square bracket. When you write dimensions, so the dimension speed are 0, 1, minus 1 in mass, length and time respectively. Or we can write, since it is a power of length is 1 and power of time is a minus 1, so we can write the dimension speed are 1 minus 1 in length and time respectively. For today, if you like my channel, please subscribe my channel so that I will be motivated to give you better and better video. For today, thank you everybody.